Doing all right today. I will go ahead. I'll get the chat up, get that out of the way. Alright, so we got the chat up. And we are ready to start our tracking. I gotta change the, hold on. Let's see.
1760. Table 4, column 6, column 5, current airport, column 4, south, column 3, column 5, usually this is entirely outside of the flight plan has been generated. Heading level button generates flight plan, heading level 3 flight plan, nothing to transport, heading level 4, no passenger, heading level 3 payload slash passengers waiting, total weight, 3120 pounds slash 2765 pounds total space, 0 feet super
okay.
Traffic company Freedom Global.
So let's see if that,
update button. Flight number 1.
Let's change our fuel a little bit.
Slider 0 subjective graphic payload, heading level 3 payload slash total weight, 3120 pounds slash 2765 pounds total space, 0 feet. Flight number 1, slider 1760, 1756, 1700. Update button. Flight number 1.
See what that does
flight number
for
106,
us.
heading level 3 flight plan, optional, button load, slider 0 subjective graphic, heading level 3 payload slash total weight, 3060 pounds slash 2765 pounds total space, 0 feet superscript, button remove total weight, 3060 pounds slash 2765 pounds total space, 0 feet superscript 3 slash button remove total weight, 3060 pounds, graphic company, flight number 1, slider 1700, 1698, 1630, 1628, 1598, 1600, 1602, 1600, update button.
Update
Graphic
that.
169, heading level 3, button load, slider 0 subjective graphic, heading level 3 payloads, total weight, 2960 pounds slash 2765 pounds total space, button remove total weight, 2960 pounds slash 2765 pounds.
Almost.
Graphic company, flight number, slider 1600, 1598. 1540, 1542, 1544, 1548, 1550. Update button. Graphic flight number, heading level 3 flight button load, slider 0 jet graphic heading total weight, 2910 pounds slash 2765 pounds total space. Graphic flight number, slider 1550, 1548, 1518, 1516, 1514, 1512, 1515, 1504, 1502, 1500. Update button. Flight number, graphic flight number 1 heading level 3 button load, slider 0 jet graphic heading level 3 payload total weight, 2860 pounds slash 2765 pounds total.
Almost. Okay.
1500. 1498.
Let's go down to, this would be enough here, hold on.
1434, 1430, 1420, 1422, 1420, 1418, 1416, 1410, 1408, 1406, 1404, 1402, 1400. Update button. Flight number. Graphic flight number, heading level 3 button, slider 0 jet 2 graphic heading total weight, 2760 pounds slash 2765 pounds total space, 0 heading level 3 payload total weight, 2760 pounds slash 2765 heading level 3 payload slash graphic payload, jet fuel, 0 slash 556 units.
Well, I wish I could take that jet fuel, but we won't take it on this trip.
Slider 0, button load, heading level 3 flight plan, button generate flight plan.
Alright, so...
Start tracking button. Flight number 100. Graphic flight number 100. Restream chat row 1 ops 30.0 provided flight Microsoft Flight Simulator 1.0.
Freedom Global International Airlines 169. Ground services here. The aircraft payload is loaded. Here's a brief summary. Number of boarded passengers, 5. The aircraft is ready for departure.
Scroll icon.
Safe flight.
ATC. Com1 Vancouver 119, U, Vancouver Ground Freedom Global, Vancouver, Freedom Global 9DW Taxi, U, Taxi to and hold short runway 08 are using taxiway JCHC cross runway 13L Freedom Global 9DW. U, Taxi to and hold short runway 08 are using taxiway JCHC cross runway 13L Freedom Global 9DW.
Flight number 100, Microsoft Flight Simulator 1.35.18.0.
Vancouver, Freedom Global 9DW taxi to and hold short of runway 08 are using taxiway JCHU, taxi to and hold short runway 08 are using taxiway JCHC cross runway 13L Freedom Global 9DW. U, taxi to and hold short runway 08
right there
are
is
using
good.
taxiway
Microsoft Flight Simulator
JCHC cross
1.35.
runway 13L Freedom Global 9DW.
Alright, let's do this, folks.
Target rate off.
$24 knots. 39 knots. 53 knots. 68 knots.
Up to.
81 knots.
Trim up, 1 up, 3, trim up, rear disabled. Up to.
94 knots.
Up 1.
TFM is shutting
Up
down.
4. Up 5.
Jazz 8054, line up and wait Jazz 8054. Vancouver, Jazz 8054, line up and wait Jazz 8054. Jazz 8054, line up and wait Jazz 8054.
Going to 126.125
Freedom Global 9DW contact Vancouver departure on 126.125.
Vancouver departure
Freedom Global International Airlines 169 is passing 900 feet climbing 7,000 feet. Vancouver 2. Request IFR clearance for 3.
Freedom
Report
Global
traffic inside.
International Airlines
Button.
169er. Have
Oh,
loaded.
come on.
1. Request vector to next waypoint. 2. Request IFR clearance for 3.
Vancouver
Request
departure
IFR
Freedom
clearance to
Global
select your
International
destination.
There we go.
169er would like to change destination to Charlie Yankee Echo November.
That's what we want.
Freedom Global International
Freedom
Airlines
Global
169
International
is cleared to
Airlines
CYEN
169er
Airport as
cleared
filed.
to Charlie Yankee
Squawk
Echo November
0361.
Airport as filed. Squawk 0361.
Vancouver, Freedom Global International Airlines 106.
Turn right heading
Forward
0.
units, Siemens TBM930 5 Max Topic 121. Take copy CD name shares delete top shares to Internet Administrator Radio. Desktop list Microsoft Flight Simulator 1. Microsoft
169er.
Current aircraft TBM930 Soho Holding Airport Database Trim up 0.27 Trim up 0.28 Airport State Trim up Trim retrim disabled. AP altitude hold 4572 feet.
Vancouver, WestJet 2060 traffic is 12 o'clock 3 miles at 3,000
4,000 feet.
WestJet 2060 Vancouver departure altimeter 30.40 radar contact. Vancouver, WestJet 2060 Vancouver, ATC. 1. Request vector to next waypoint. Button. 2. Request cruising altitude increase. Button. 2. Request cruising altitude increase. Button. WestJet 2060, WestJet 2060 traffic inside.
5,000 feet. AP altitude hold 4572 feet. 5354 feet ASL. 2707 feet per minute.
I think we're going to 7,000, but I'm gonna.
Autopilot master active. Navlock active. 6,000 feet. Pivot off. Pivot off. Yaw camper off.
Vancouver,
Yaw camper
WestJet
active.
2060 climb and maintain FL 200.
Minus 443 feet per minute.
WestJet 2060, climb and maintain FL 200 WestJet 2060.
Narrator.
Starting
Narrator.
narrator.
Narrator is narrator home.
D. NAP MVDA. U.
Stupid thing,
Location
come on.
for part U. Exiting narrator.
Flight Simulator 1. Microsoft Flight. 5747 feet ASL. Minus 427 feet. 5724 feet ASL. Set autopilot altitude. Enter altitude. Edit selected. Selection remove. Altitude. Not checked. OK, but press talk in flight monitor. Enter altitude. Altitude. Checked. OK, press talk in flight monitor. Minus 351. Minus 203 feet per minute. Minus 7 feet per minute.
Let me see where we're going.
Microsoft Flight Simulator 1.35.18.0.
Where did my ATC
Scroll back
go?
on. Scroll back on.
Well, I lost ATC,
57 feet ASL.
and I don't know why.
Scroll back off. Microsoft Flight Simulator 1.35.18.0.
52 Vancouver departure altimeter 30.41. Com 2 not in use 100 and Vancouver, Air Canada 2. Request cruising altitude increase. Button. 4. Request cruising altitude Vancouver, Air Canada 1. Request cruising altitude increase by 1,000 feet.
Vancouver departure Freedom Global International Airlines 169er. Request flight level 180.
Vancouver.
Oh, okay.
Climb
Enter
and
altitude.
maintain
Enter selection remove.
15,000 feet.
Expect
Expect
FL 180
flight
Freedom
level
Global International
180
Airlines
Freedom Global
169.
International Airlines
Altitude, not checked. OK, but rest. Microsoft flights. Enter altitude. Edit selected altitude. Checked. OK, but rest. Microsoft. AP altitude. Hold 18,000 feet.
International.
0 feet per minute.
Freedom Global International
Minus
Airlines
3 feet per minute.
169. Contact Vancouver Center on
5677 feet ASL. 0 feet per minute.
125.95.
Goodbye.
Good day.
0 feet per minute. Com 1. 125.
125.95 Freedom Global International Airlines 169.
5,700 feet, climbing 15,000 feet.
0 feet per minute.
U. Vancouver. Freedom Global International
No, it
Airlines
ain't
169.
either.
Vancouver
3 feet
Center
per minute.
altimeter 30.41 radar
Minus 3 feet per
contact
minute.
continue.
Oh, I know why.
65%. 650 pounds. 97
Jazz
calories.
8054 Vancouver Center altimeter 30.41 radar contact continue.
Let me do this.
1. Request vector to next waypoint. 2. 3. Request cruising altitude decrease. 5. Request cruising altitude decrease by 5,000 feet. Button.
Let's see where this puts
Vancouver
us.
Center, Freedom Global International Airlines 169er. Request 14,000 feet.
5. Request 1. 3.
Climb and
Request
maintain
cruising altitude
15,000
decrease.
feet. Expect
Button.
14,000 feet. Freedom Global International Airlines
5680 VSL.
169er.
3. Request cruising altitude decrease. Button. 5. Request cruising altitude decrease by 5,000 feet. 5. Request
Vancouver
cruising
Center,
altitude decrease
Freedom
by
Global
5,000 feet.
International Airlines
Button.
169er. Request 9,000 feet.
5. 1.
Climb and
Acknowledge
maintain
instruction.
9,000
Enter
feet.
altitude.
Freedom Global
Altitude.
International
Not checked. OK,
Airlines
but rest.
169er.
Microsoft. Enter altitude. Altitude. Not checked. Checked. OK, but rest. Microsoft flight. 7 feet per
Cruising
minute.
altitude
13 feet per
decrease.
minute.
Button.
7 feet per minute.
3.
5679
Cruising
ASL.
altitude decrease.
Alright, let's do this again.
5. Request cruising altitude decrease by 5,000 feet. Button. 5. 3. Request cruising altitude decrease. 4. Request cruising altitude decrease by 4,000 feet.
Vancouver Center, Freedom Global International Airlines 169er. Request 5,000 feet.
There we go.
Enter altitude. Edit selected selection remove. Altitude. Not checked. OK, but rest. Microsoft. Set altitude. Altitude. Light. Checked. OK, but rest. Microsoft flight simulator 1.35.0 feet per minute. 5681 feet ASL. Minus 3 feet per minute. Time enter of the destination. 3 hours 5.
That'll work. I can work with that.
Request cruising altitude increase. Button.
Alright.
Flight number 160. Flight number 1. Graphic comment. Flight number from Vancouver heading. 82 degrees. Altitude 54.43 feet / 39.32 feet distance. 760 estimated time left 2 hours 18 minutes. Clickable visit link KSEA. 2 hours 18 minutes. Microsoft Flight Simulator. Microsoft Flight Sim.
Request cruising altitude increase. Button. Request cruising altitude increase. Button. 2. Request cruising altitude increase. Button.
5684 feet ASL. Minus 3 feet per minute. Fraser Valley, British Columbia, Canada, Pacific Standard Time.
Flying over British Columbia, Canada right now.
2. Request cruising altitude increase. Button. 2. Request cruising altitude increase. Button.
Flight number 1 stream chat ops 30.0.0 profile. Ops 30. Microsoft flight number 1 stream chat column. Stream chat document. Type of clickable. Graphic status. Graphic status. Welcome velvet stream audio. Header clickable. Clickable. Land. Clickable. Out of velvet welcome graphics. Clickable. Type button available. Graphic MSF button settings. Button settings. Ops 30.0.0 profile. Untitled C start virtual camera checks.